Hello everyone, Shadow here, and welcome to another Elite Dangerous update. And today, I have something a little different for you guys. Well, different than what I actually planned, which was different in the first place, but still different nonetheless. But before we begin today, I just want to take another moment just to say thank you to all of you who recently liked, subscribed, or commented on my channel. It really does mean a lot. Because for every one of you who do so, are essentially telling the YouTube algorithm promote more of my content. So I am truly, truly grateful for all the support you guys have been giving me. With that said, some housekeeping. Please like, subscribe, and share. Doing so will truly help my channel. At the time of this recording, I am at 84 subscribers. I truly am grateful for all of the support you guys have been giving me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, on with the show. What I had planned originally was a casual player's guide to getting a carrier. But things sort of went left, and not in a bad way. Well, I have a confession to make. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my carrier, the Shadow and Light. Well, I didn't bring you guys here to show off my latest acquisition. I mean, it's nice to tell you guys that I did it, and really it didn't take me that long, even as a casual player. But to be completely honest with you guys, I have been playing Elite Dangerous every day for the past week and a half to 2 weeks. Doing the LTD runs, making about, on average, I want to say between 5 and 700 million per run, which I did about 2 runs a night. So yeah, you can see the money really added up very quickly. Now, I will say my main purpose for doing this video is to tell you A, what I'm planning on doing with the carrier, and B, reasons why I think you should have one or shouldn't have one. Let's see how this conversation goes. But before I get into that, just want to point out some bugs and issues I've noticed, which looks like it's going to be patched by the time this video comes out, so it's probably not really going to be important, but in the event that they're not, you should know it anyway. So, bug, paint job. Now, the carrier does come with a slew of paint jobs that you can, well, paint the carrier with. But here's the problem. Every time you jump the carrier, the paint job resets to the default. It's annoying. It's minor, but it's annoying. A possible issue? I don't know if it's an issue. I put it in the issue category. Now, you see the name tag there where it says Shadow and Light? If you look below it, you see an emblem. Now, it really looks like that emblem should be customizable, but it's not. And yeah, I know this is a minor issue, but it's kind of unnerving. So, taking a look in the management screen, you can see what I'm talking about. So, these are the options here, and the paint job there, and this carrier type there. Now, yes, I've customized it a little bit to make it more unique, but it's supposed to be blue. It says, you see it, Squadron Blue. It's not. It's frustrating. Every time the thing jumps, it just resets its color. And you can see there's a lack of option for the actual icon, changing the icon. And it would have been nice to have a little bit more features, which probably honestly will come in time. Also, I will chalk this one up for the issue category. When you're refueling the carrier from your internal storage bay. And yes, it does have one, so correcting my original carrier response video, it does have an internal storage bay. The problem is that its location where you can find the internal carrier storage bay, it's not intuitive. Where it should be in the carrier management screen, it's not. And I'm gonna demonstrate that to you guys in a bit. But I think because of this, there's no direct link in between the carrier storage facility and the tritium hold. Which means you have to use your ship as the intermediary. Now, if I'm wrong on this, you can correct me in the comments, but I've looked again. I've looked, but I have not found it. As far as I can tell, you have to transfer the fuel to your ship and then back to the carrier. Why Frontier would design it that way makes no sense to me. And since you can't have both the storage bay and the fuel depot open at the same time, it just adds a tedious step. Especially since I'm using this cutter, which is designed right now to have about 512 cargo space. Now, once I run the fuel out, I'll have to transfer twice from the carrier to my ship back to the carrier just to fill it back up again. It's annoying. It really is.
Attention. Carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
Oh, I just want to let you know though, you can customize the voice as well as the paint job, the body, which you can see I'm using a Nautilus class carrier, which I think for what I'm ultimately going to be doing, which is exploration, the Nautilus class is probably the most fitting of the classes in terms of names. And the engine colors. Not to mention the landing pad colors if you didn't notice before. I really like that. It adds to the immersion. But jumping back to the fuel issue real quick. That works both ways in terms of fueling the carrier as well. It's very annoying. Now, I was tempted to put out buy orders for tritium. But let's be honest. There's so many carriers in the universe right now. I think the numbers are somewhere up to 10,000 and growing daily. I wouldn't be surprised if it's way past that, actually. That you're not really going to notice my one carrier paying 50,000, 60,000, hell, 100,000 for tritium fuel. Besides, I don't have that kind of money. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I keep mining, I will.
Cargo bays are secure. All scheduled work has been postponed until jump is complete.
Oh, and something else you should know about the carriers.
Attention pilots. Please remain a safe distance from this carrier. A hyperspace jump is imminent.
Each body has its own kind of horn, which I think is actually pretty interesting. I just wish you could customize the horns because I do like the original horn better than this one. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. I really must say, this really never gets old.
Attention all personnel. Frameship drive has been engaged. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, I swear, those horns sound like someone who's, having issues in the bathroom. Probably mimicking the sound that the air passing through the shell of a Nautilus shell makes. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. I promise, no more fart jokes. Anyways, I'm at 11 minutes and I still haven't gotten to the part that I think is the most crucial bit of information I can give you. Why you should get a carrier. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't give you a right answer. It's different for everybody. But I will tell you this. You honestly don't need one. Carriers in this game is definitely more of a luxury than an essential commodity. Now, you can make it into an essential commodity, but it's not. Oh, and before I forget, here's where you find where to transfer items to and from your carrier. It's in your inventory tab. If you click on it while docked, you will see a whole manner of options open up in terms of transferring stuff one at a time. Frontier. But yes, getting back to why you should have a carrier. I will say you need to know your reasons first. Like me right now, I'm mining. This is the system I'm mining in. I was originally mining in the coal system. I'll throw it up on the screen. But now I'm over at the SWOILZ system. And I'll probably be here maybe for another week. At least until maybe the week of my birthday, which is coming up in, well, in a few days actually. But what I plan on doing with my carrier, I plan on exploring. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually a retread of my very first deep space expedition. I went bouncing around from the Seagull Nebula to the Monkey Head Nebula to the Crab Nebula, so on and so on. It was the first time these stations actually appeared several years ago in these nebulas. And I thought I was going to be among the first to find them, but lo and behold, I wasn't. Is what it is. But I did plan a 3-month expedition to investigate this entire area back in 2017, maybe 2016. I can't really remember. I've done it twice now because I did a second retread to get some footage for the original proposal for the Commander series. However, I'm going to do it now in the carrier. And where I'm going to end up is actually over here in the Formidine Rift. I plan on staying in this area for probably 2 or 3 weeks, collecting footage and maybe taking some of you along the way. After that, I'm going to send the carrier over here to investigate, if I can get it right, to investigate the Zurara, a megaship that is likely connected to the Formidine mystery. I suspect that that's what these carriers over here are doing. They're probably looking for more information. The Formidine Rift mystery is one of the greatest mysteries in Elite. And I'm sure these carrier pilots over here and the crews that they brought with them are probably looking for even more clues. But in the meanwhile, I'm just going to keep mining because I have to build up my funds. As you probably notice, I'm rather low on it. The carrier has the bulk of my funds right now. And as it's set up currently, it needs about 10 million per week. So I plan on gathering probably 1 billion, maybe more, in preparation for launch. And I hope to be able to do so probably by the end of the week. Maybe even next week sometime. But in the meanwhile, you guys are welcome to join me. I will be mining out here for several more days, and it'll be grateful to have some of the company. Some people to talk to. Maybe even bounce some ideas off of. Or in fact, maybe I'll even get you guys to sign up with me and come out there in deep space, especially if you've never been out there before. My carrier is set up for universal cartographics, as well as repair, rearm, and honestly, I'm debating on having outfitting facilities as well. In fact, I'll leave that up to you guys. You guys comment below if you think I should carry an outfitting facility. Just keep in mind, the more facilities I have, the more it's going to cost me to run. And lastly, I just want to give you guys a shameless plug for those of you who probably want to know who I am and probably even sign on with me. This is my squadron, Imperious Enigmas Navy. Those of you who are EVE players probably recognize the name. Yes, I'm that Shadow. And if you're not an EVE player, well, still, I'm that Shadow. It'd be great to fly with some of you guys, especially if we're gonna go exploring. But that's all I have for you today. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw today, give it a like. It really does help my channel. I will also be doing runs between this mining location and the bubble to sell some of my items. So you're welcome to join that trip as well. But until next time, take care and fly safe.